team member of Career Vihari. I'm here to guide you through the fundamentals of HTML and CSS in this bootcamp. Today, we'll learn about forms and tables mainly. Let's learn and build together. What is an HTML form? An HTML form is used to collect user inputs and send it to server for processing. Actually, what a HTML form does is it will take all the user inputs. It means whatever you are in your browser when you log in or something, that time you'll give your email, your password, right? That email and password are are sent to the server. How they are sent? They are sent in the form of form. This process and like it will take the user input and it will send to the server for further processing. Actually, forms are essential for login pages, for registration, for surveys, for feedback, for online transaction. The like for this things forms are used. Forms enable user interaction with a web page, such as entering personal information, searching for content, uploading files, providing information. Like we are as an user, we will be providing our information, right? We'll be giving data in the browser. That time, that input that we provide that all data, it will the forms will collect that data, and that collected data, what it will do, it will send that collected data to the server. Okay. How the form works. Form consists of many input tags. Like we have, like it has input tag. In input tags also there are many types of input tags. One is for text, one is for password, one is for radio buttons, checkboxes. Like we'll be having different types of input tags. We'll be having submit button, we'll be having reset button. Like these are all the tags that are present inside the form. But what will happen, like how that form works, like we'll be having all these tags, right? So what will happen when the user fills out the form, like we'll be having one form. Just assume, or just assume that you're having one form, or let us take one uh, any form example. Mm, let's just assume it's an like let's just assume now I have filled the first name, the last name, the email address, company details, physical address, date of birth. Now I have filled all the details in this online form. And when I submit this, what will happen? The first name, the last name, the email address, company details, these all details, or the input we have given in the browser, in these fields, that all data, the form will collect all the data and it will send to the server side for processing. This is how. And the server will also send some success message, or some, if we if there is some error, it will also send validation errors and all. The server will process. If there is any error, it will show us error. If not, we'll get a success message. Okay, this is how actually a form works. Okay, now we'll see the basic structure of forms. We have form tag. In the form tag there are many attributes. We have mainly action, we have method attribute, action attribute, method attribute. In between form tags there will be many input fields that we will be using in the further slides. Like we'll be knowing about it in the further slides. Okay, what does the form field, like form tag, does is it will wrap all the input elements together. Okay, action is an attribute of a form. So what does action do is, this action will specify where to send the form data. Now that time onwards I'm telling that the form will collect all the user data, like the data provided by the user, it will collect the data and it will send to the server. But to send to the server, we need to know the server address or URL of the server, right? So that URL will be specified in this action. Now when I submit this form, then what will happen, it will take the data, and that data, it will go to this server page.php. Okay, what does this method do? Method defines how to send the data. We have two types of methods. One is get, the other one is post. What get and post will do is, get will send the data as part of the URL, and post will send the data in the form of request. It means when we are sending data through the get, what will happen is, in the URL you can see all the data, but when we are sending through post, we can't see the data, like it is hidden. So post is more secure when compared to get. Okay, we have many attributes. Action is one attribute, method is one attribute, end type is one attribute, target is one attribute. We also have many other attributes as well, something like auto complete, value, target, and all. And just now I have explained how action works, like it is the URL where the data is sent. Method is something, how the form data is sent to the server. Like get, we have two methods, one is get and one is post. From get method, what will happen, get will send the data as a part of the URL. It is less secure when compared to post. Post will send data in the form of request body. It is more secured. So when we are sending, or when we are using, when there is sensitive data, that time we'll be using post. Okay, when there is no need for security purposes, then we'll be using get method. Okay, end type is nothing but it will encode the type for file uploads. When we are uploading files, when the data is needed to be uploaded in a file, then we'll be using end type. Target is nothing but it specifies where to display the response. For example, uh, in the previous classes also, I have explained target underscore blank and all, right? Target will show, like it specifies where to display the response after submitting the form. It means, after, like if we give the submit, like if we submit, the data will go somewhere, and we'll be like we should be in the same page. If we need to be in the same page, we should give target is equals to underscore self. If we need to go to some new tab, if the response needed to be rendered in a new tab, then we'll be giving target is equals to underscore blank. And there are also many things like, that we'll discuss later on. We, like there are many attributes like value, autocomplete. Autocomplete is nothing but, uh, we'll be having many input fields, right? Like username, password, age, gender, phone number, address, and all. For, like, or something, sometimes what the browser does is, when we don't fill some data, it will take the previous inputs. Like if, like previously I have given some xyz name, now this time also it will take it will automatically fetch the previous data, and it will give to this form. Okay, this is what autocomplete will do. By default, it will be on. If we want to turn it off, we can make it as autocomplete equals to off. Okay, these are all about form attributes. Some of the common form elements, uh, I have already discussed. We have many input tags. Like in input tags also, we have many types of input. Like input type is equals to text. What this input type is equals to text does is, it will give single, it will take a single line text input. Input type is equals to password is nothing but it will take input, like it will take the password as input. But what will happen is, it will mask the input for privacy purposes. Okay, you would have experienced this also. When you are typing, some star mark will be coming, or something will be coming, so that the password is not visible for the other person. Only the typer, or who the, like the user only can know, that by typing he will be knowing, but not the other person who is viewing the phone or tab or laptop. Okay, Input type is equals to radio. Radio is nothing but if radio what radio does is it will allow selecting one option from multiple choices. There will be some point where we need to select a single option for from a multiple choice, like something like that. Like for example, when we are choosing gender, we'll be either male or female or other, so we'll be choosing any one of it. I'm a female, so I'll be choosing only female. Only one should be chosen, not male and female both should not be chosen at a single time. So what this does is radio is perfect when users need to select exactly one option from multiple choices. How this function is uh, achieved is we'll be having an attribute called name. So to group many radio inputs, we will give the same name for all the inputs. Okay, type is equals to radio, and we'll be giving name is equals to something like we'll be giving the same name for the input radio type, so that all the it will check the name. If all it will check the name, if the name is matching, it will make all the inputs as one group. In that one group only one can be selected, not more than one. It won't like we can't select more than one from it. Okay. Checkbox is nothing but we can select multiple options from it. Like not, it's not like radio, it's like we can select more than one option here. This also, for example, we'll not be having a single hobby. I'll be having hobbies like singing, listening music. I'll be having multiple hobbies, right? To choose multiple things, I'll be taking, like I'm having dancing as an habit, I'm having singing as an habit, so I'll reading books is an habit, so I'll be choosing multiple options from the hobbies one. Okay. This is about checkbox. We have select an option of tags also. This select an option, using this two things we will be creating a drop down. What it will do is it will save up the space for us. It will save the space in the form, so and allows the user to choose from a large set of predefined options. Like in the drop down, what we'll do is we'll be giving many options. Like in the drop down, I'll be giving many options and I'll be selecting one or more options from the drop down. What it will do is it mostly saves up the space or uh, space. Okay. Text area is nothing but when more than one line of input is needed, we'll be using text area. And type is equals to submit. When we are submitting the form, we'll be using type is equals to submit. When this button is clicked, then it will collect all the data that are present in our input fields, and all that all data is collected and it will send to the server side. Okay, now we'll take practical examples. Now we'll take VS Code. We'll start. Okay, today it's about forms, right? Forms underscore one dot HTML. Exclamation mark. The first thing which we know is simple one, that is text. Type is equals to text. Okay. Now I'll just write a heading, forms. For now we'll not take any action. We'll talk about the action later on. Okay. Yesterday I have discussed about what label does. We'll take username Mhm. Then we'll take input, submit. Okay. Now see, now I can take any input. I'm taking my name as input and I'm submitting. Actually, by default, method will be get only. So you can see in the URL, username is equals to Hrutika. See, I have told you, right? The data is sent here through URL. You can see username is equals to Hrutika. This is how method function will be working. To make it more secure, we should give method equals to post. Okay. This is the first thing. And the second would be password. Now I'll take password. Now label. See here. Now username is Ritika. Password is something I'll give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you able to see here password? No, right? I have typed some password you are not able to see. This is what this is done due to give more privacy. I'm using this, okay? Now I'll submit. But you carefully observe in the URL part, username is equals to Hrutika and password is equals to, I'm able to see the password. Password is a very private thing, right? I should not share with anyone. But now in the URL itself, in the URL, I'm able to find the password. Is it a good way to write this? No, it's not a good way, because uh, if someone have a basic knowledge in tech, then they can easily crack this, right? They can easily crack the password. So it's not a very good practice to use get method. So we should use post method. Okay. Okay, this you if you carefully observe, they both are in the same line. If I want them to be in different lines, then I should be using break element, break tag. No, I think I have used in the wrong place. Now I think it will come. See, if I want submit to be below it, then I should also use break here as well. See, it's looking nice, right? This is about input field where when the type is equals to text, and input field when the type equals to password. Next one is I think it's radio buttons. Now we'll take an example when we have input as radio button. Okay. Mm, we'll take an example of gender. Radio name should be same. And to give it, we will be writing male. input radio, gender, value should be female, value label, mm, now I'll take input radio, name equals to gender, value equals to other. Now let's check what will happen. Now see here. See carefully. I can check either like I can select the option either male or female or other. I can't check both the option at a time. I can't select both at a time. So I can either select male, female, or other. Now I'll give it the data. I will submit it. See here again you can see username is equals to Rutika, password is equals to something, and gender equals to female. Okay, this data is going to the server side. This is all about radio button. Now we'll also check boxes. What checkbox will do? It will choose multiple options. It can like we can choose multiple, not single option. We can choose multiple options. Okay. Now we'll take hobbies. Input type equals to checkbox. Let us hobby. Value reading. Input checkbox. ID is hobby. Value is let's just take gaming. Let us take value as traveling. Now let's see what will happen. Now I can choose reading, I can choose gaming, I can also choose traveling. See, I can choose all the options. I'm female. I'll be having one name and I will give some random password and I'm submitting. See, you are able to see the username is equals to Ritika, password is equals to 123 and so on. Gender is equals to female, hobby is equals to reading, hobby is equals to gaming, and hobby equals to traveling. Okay, this is how checkbox work. Here I can select more than one option at a time. Gender, I can only select one option at a time. password, it will come like we won't be able, like we it will hide us, it will mask the password so that others can't view that easily. Okay, this is about checkbox. Next we have drop down. Drop down, what we'll do is we'll take select. Like we have two things, two tags, one is select and the other is option. Option, in option we'll be showing which option to be taken. Okay, name and id, they are not necessary right now. Option value, what we'll take, in option we'll take something like mm, label, choose a language. In option I'll take HTML, CSS. Okay, let's see. Now I can choose a language here. I can choose HTML, or I can be choosing JS. I can also be choosing CSS. Okay, this is how a drop down menu works. Okay, we'll be having a select of like select tag, and in between select tag we'll be having many option. We can choose any option which we need. Okay, now the last tag is, or the last one is uh, text area. We will take one label, address, sorry, text area. Let's just see what will happen. See, now we are able to see text area. Here I can be writing more than one line. In first line I'll be writing door number, in second line I'll be writing town, the number, district, and state and all. Okay, now I can write more than one line here, whereas here I can only be writing only single line text input I can be taking. Here in password the inputted data is masked. Here in radio button only one option I can be able to select. Here I can be able to select more than one option. In drop, it gives a drop down menu. This will take more multi-line as input. Okay, okay, this is how forms work in HTML. This is all about forms. Can just, this is a basic example of how form works. Okay, here I think I have covered all the basic concepts that are related to forms. Now let's move into next concept, that is HTML table. An HTML table is a structure in HTML that are used to arrange data in rows and columns, similar to what you will see in a spreadsheet or charts. HTML table itself, we know that they are arranged in rows and columns. Whenever there is a necessary for us, like in our browser, if we want, if we want our data to be in table format, then we'll be using table. Okay, this is the basic syntax how a table is. We have table tag, we have tr tag, we have th tag, we have td tag. This example we'll be seeing. Now what table tag does is it defines a table. Okay, tr is it defines a table row. It will be defining table row. Th defines a table header. Td defines a table cell. Okay, now just let's take VS Code and we'll write this basic structure. Now I'll take a fresh HTML page, table.html. Okay. Now I'll be taking table tag. Inside table tag, we have tr tag. Tr tag, what it does, it defines a row. What does th tag do is it shows us the, it will give us the, no, we'll just talk about it. Th tag will provide the heading. Like in a table, we'll be having heading, right? That heading will be provided by the th tag. I have already taken one image. Now in this image, if you carefully look, in the heading, product, price, and quantity, they are somewhat bolder in size, right? Bolder in color. Like they look somewhat darker when compared to some others like laptop, phone, or compared to other rows, the heading is somewhat bolder. Okay, this is done using th tag. And by table we'll be creating this table. Using tr we'll be creating the rows of the table. Using td we'll be creating the cells of it. Okay, this is the basic structure. Okay, using tr we'll be creating rows. Inside tr we'll be using td. This td, what it will do, it will just give us the, what we tell, cells. It will define the cells. Cell is nothing but this laptop, this laptop, this is known as cell. This product, this is one cell. If I tell product, price, and quantity, these three cells are in one row. Okay, this is laptop, $1,000, 5. These are in one row. These are in inside tr. Inside tr we have three tds. These three tds is nothing but they are three cells inside it. Okay, this is the basic structure. Inside table we'll be having tr, th. If the first row we need heading, then we'll be using th. If not, we won't be using th. Okay, this is the basic structure of table. Okay, we have many attributes also. We have attribute known as border, which adds a border around the table. For example, table border equals to 1. This will give border also. Okay, cell padding, is nothing but adds padding inside cells. Okay, we'll be using this cell padding is equals to 10. Cell spacing also, it adds space between the cells. Width and height, it sets the table's dimension. Okay, column span, row span. Column span is nothing but it measures multiple columns. Okay, by using column span equals to 2, we can be able to merge two consecutive columns. Okay, row span is nothing but we will be merging rows which are consecutive to each other. Okay, now let us take example and view. Okay, now this is the basic structure. Now we will just see from the starting only. We'll just take the main, we'll take a basic example. Okay, we have table. We'll take tr tag. Inside tr tag, I'll just write something. I'll just write data1, data2. Let's see how it works. See, data1, data2. But if you observe here, are you able to see any border in it? No, right? To give some border, we'll be giving attribute border. Border equals to 1. Now you see how it works. Now you are able to see, right? Now you are able to see some border is there. That time previously no border was there. Now I have given some border. Okay, this is a basic example to them, like to show how table works. Okay, now we'll see how table rows are there, how table columns are there. Now you are able to see one row, right? In one row you are able to see data1, data2. Okay, now we'll take some two rows. Now this is what? This is row 1, cell 1. This is row 2, cell 2. This is, no, this is row 1, right? This is row 2, cell 1. Now again I'll take row 2, cell 2. Let's see what happens. Now you can see I have created two rows. This is the first cell in the row 1. This is the second cell in the row 1. This is the first cell in row 2. This is the second cell in row 2. Okay. This is how table tr tag works. In tr we can have any, in table, inside table we can have any number of tr tags. We can have any number of rows inside a table. Each row should contain td tag. What this td tag does is, this will like it will, it just creates some cell inside that row. Okay, okay, now inside, now we'll just give heading for this. Okay, we'll take header 1. We should be taking using th, right? Sorry. Now you just observe here. Now this is header. You can see the difference. The normal cell is like this. It is somewhat, it is not somewhat bolder, but when you see header, it's darker in color and it's bolder also. This is the heading. Okay, this is done using th. This is using td. Okay, this is how th, tr and td and table tag works. We also have something like T head, T body, and T foot. Actually, they are used as semantic tags. It is nothing but they provide meaning for it. I just can, this all tr, I can be giving in T thread. This all thing I can be providing in T body. This is a very good practice. If you want, if same thing, no, you did you find any difference between the previous and now? No, you did not find any difference, but it is a good practice. As a good programmer, we should follow this. Okay, I have used t head and t body. I can also use t foot also. Okay, t foot is nothing but it is a footer. This is header, this is footer, and this is the body. It does not do anything, it does not have any special functionality, but it just provides more readability, and it is a very good practice of doing it. Okay, what t head do is it groups the table header, whereas t body holds the main content, and t footer does like footer, it holds the footer data, or the summary part, it holds the summary part. Okay, now in the last slide we have seen something called column span or row span, right? What does that mean? Now we'll just see that. Okay, we'll just remove it and we'll start from new. We have table tag. Inside table have we have tr. We'll just take th as name. We'll take name th call span equals to 2. Contact info. Another tr tag. Inside tr tag, in the first row I'll be writing my name. In the second I'll be writing my email address. Okay, in the third tr, like you can, if you consider it, this is the first th, it is nothing but it's the first cell. And in the second thing I have taken column span equals to 2. It's nothing but here there are two cells. Okay, two cells I'm combining and making it as one cell. Okay, you'll see in the output how it's there. Okay, I'll take some number of mine. I'll okay, now let's see the output. Oh, no, these are all in th, so we should convert it back. Sorry, I did a mistake here. Now I'll refresh it. Now if you see keenly here, let me keep the code beside. We are creating a table. Okay, table is created. In the table, what does the first row does is, it is having in the first row, it is having in the first row, first cell, it is a heading that name is coming. Okay, in the second, in the first row, in the second cell, what's happening? We are using a th, it is nothing but heading tag, and it is merging two columns. It is nothing but this is one column, this is one column. It is merging two columns and making it as one column, and the information is coming like contact info, it's coming here. It's merging two cells and the info is coming here. Okay, and below you can see we are having another row. In other row we are using three things. One name is coming, another this is one cell, and this is other cell. Okay, this is how row like column span works. This is about merging columns. Now we'll see how we'll be merging rows. Now I'll be removing. No, otherwise I'll just change this. Okay. Or shall I remove? No, we'll do from the beginning. Okay. I'll take some one tr tag. Inside tr tag, I will take row spam equals to 2. I'll take name here. Th email. Another tr tag. Inside the tr tag, now if you see here in the first row, I'm having two cells. One is name, another one is email. Here if you see, this is not one cell, there are two cells. Two cells, it is merging and it's making one cell, and the name is coming. Okay. Remaining is all same, you will be understanding. I have created another row. In other row I'll be getting Rutika, like email it's coming. In other row it's also getting other cell. This is other cell, it's merging. The up one and the down cell, it's merging. This is row spam. Okay. This is about tables. Okay. I hope you understood everything clearly. This is about column span, row spam. And thank you for listening. Thank you, one and all. Like everyone in the meeting, please fill the form so that we can know what are we like. We can change if we give any suggestion. We can change ourselves and make us better. So please fill the form and give suggestions if any improvement is needed. Thank you.